Hello YouTubers, this is TheLogicGaming here, and I will be bringing you guys some Black Ops 2 confirmed stuff, and some things that I was just thinking about, and things that have been confirmed by like David Vonderhart, and people from Treyarch, from the heart of Treyarch, just everywhere, yeah. So, let's get right into it, and remember all this stuff is confirmed. So don't hesitate to leave any comments in the description or in the questions from comments. Don't hesitate to leave any questions in the comments. Let's get started because we don't waste time around here. The story. This is just the story mode. The game's story will jump between two timelines. The primary one is set in 2025. Most of the game will be set in 2025. It is a direct sequel to Black Ops. We will find out definitively what happened at the end of Black Ops. Presumably, Mason didn't actually kill JFK, given that he's out in the field in Black Ops 2. But who knows? The second timeline will be set in the late 80s, near the end of the Cold War. The story will be narrated by Black Ops character Frank Woods. Now an old man. Apparently he didn't die at the end of Black Ops after all. In the 80s timeline, players will take on the role of Black Ops protagonist Alex Mason. In 2025, players will take on the role of David Mason, who is the son of Alex Mason. The father/son relationship will play a part in the story. Hello, daddening of video games. In the game's fiction, there is a second Cold War happening between China and the U.S. due to the scarcity of rare earth elements used to make tech devices and military weapons. The story is based on a real-world possibility, as China, according to the folks at Treyarch, currently controls 95% of the rare earths elements in the world. Topical. That is really kind of true, if you think about it. Many of the real-world's hooks are inspired by P.W. Singer's Wired for War, the robotics revolution and conflict in the 21st century. What they're kind of saying is that the entire campaign story mode is going to be just amazing. And it's going to be so futuristic and so old. Different things going on. And something else that's confirmed, which will shock all of my viewers, unless you already knew it. There will be a zombie campaign. A zombie campaign. I've always wanted one of these, honestly. I think it'd be so cool just to get out there, but with zombies. I mean, we've never seen something like this before. It's just amazing. I don't know if it's going to be like co-op or online, something like that. But we'll just have to wait and see about that. And then the gameplay. From what I saw in several demo sections set in burning futuristic LA, drones are controllable in combat and will play a large part in the game. Players have a drone controller on their wrist in the game and can use it to assign targets and waypoints. That is called Overwatch, if you guys don't know already. It was the Mark Leinberg or something, whatever it was. Mark was in the studio, and he did a good job of explaining pretty much what the story mode has, what it will be like, and stuff like that. There will be horses and horseback riding during at least one sequence in the 1980s. They even went so far as to bring a horse into the motion capture studio. If you guys haven't seen that picture, one of their workers, I can't remember his name, but one of his workers is on a horse, and they have a bunch of those motion sensors on him to even feature a real horse and riding a real horse. If you guys are really into this, I don't know where to start with that. That is just so cool, and that they're doing all of this just for a game. And this game is just going to be phenomenal, I think. And at one point in the demo, the player jumped into a futuristic anti-aircraft gun and shot down enemy drones, which sounds pretty cool. The Black Ops 2 story will be branching. It will feature choices and variable outcomes. Wait, what? Yep. That means zombie campaign. And that was leaked on Twitter. by VJ, I think. I can't remember what it's called, but at one point, players had an option to either grab a sniper rifle and cover their squad or rappel down to join with them. Presumably, that choice leads to a slightly different gameplay experience. This looks like one of the smaller of the choices offered in the game. That means that's just a small choice. That means that it's going to be branching out in bigger spots, which is just so much more, and it just sounds amazing. A large part of the branching will be due to Strike Force, which is a brand new game mode featuring tactical, open-ended gameplay and sandbox-style levels. I'm not really sure what that means, but it sounds really cool. Yeah, a new game mode, Strike Force. Strike Force missions will be woven into the core single-player campaign and will present themselves as various Black Ops missions available around the globe. Players won't be able to play all of the Strike Force missions in a single playthrough. Strike Force is currently only included in the campaign and isn't a separate mode. It will allow for multiplayer, but at some point down the road could be fleshed out. Things like zombies originally started as unlocks. An Activision representative after we followed up to make sure we're not taking the option off the table. So that means that it is guaranteed that it is going to be in there. Depending on the outcome of a given Strike Force mission, the story will change. You're going to choose a mission, said Lamia, and that's a branch for the story. Say there's 3 missions out there. You're not going to go back and play all of them. The story goes on. If you die on a Strike Force mission, you die in the story. Going on that, it would seem that the playable characters don't feature in the Strike Force missions. So, Strike Force is kind of just a game mode like Spec Ops, okay? Pretty much kind of what it is. Multiplayer, okay, let's get straight to it. Multiplayer director David Vonderhart replayed that the new approach they are taking is one size does not fit all. You guys know what that means? He's technically saying that there's no one way to play a Call of Duty game. So they're pulling back features like the CAC kill streaks and other features and re-examining them. And CAC means create a class. Challenging their assumptions of what cows are sacred. Multiplayer will take place entirely in the year 2025. There will be no multiplayer missions set in the 80s. They are taking esports community very seriously. In part, that means that they're focusing on making the game more fun to watch as a spectator. Hopefully, that means super cute, colorful uniforms. That's not what it means. But it's whatever. And there is we kind of led to a new thing. It's a new attachment. It's a friend-foe identifier. It identifies friendly enemy aircrafts or vehicles. It's a real device invented and used in World War II. It may be like a heartbeat sensor, but we don't know yet. And if it isn't like a heartbeat sensor related device, maybe there is a perk as well. What this perk would do as pro version is on the enemy team, if you had an attack helicopter, it would show up as an enemy's helicopter, which is kind of cool if you guys think about it. But the unpro version of this perk would be for you to show up as a green arrow on an enemy's minimap, which is really cool if you guys want to really sneak behind and get in their spawn. They kind of think you're like a mod or something because you started in their spawn, but we don't know. That's just an estimation we came up with. And now on to wager matches. Wager matches are back, it was a big hit in Black Ops, and they are bringing it back to Black Ops 2, which is just a big thing. But wager match just got a little bit better for everyone. Zombies. Yes, I said it. Zombie wager matches. One of the modes that I think probably will be in there is they start out a room to 4 to 8 people. Zombies just start coming everywhere, and you're trapped in a room. You have to buy guns, or you start out with guns. Last man standing basically wins, which sounds very fun. There is a new game match or game mode, free for all wager match You start with a pistol, machine pistol, and an EMP grenade. There are drones all around the map, and you kill enemies, kill the drones, you pick up EMP grenades from their bodies, and keep getting the drones down, stuff like that. And then, in Zombies. Zombies has the Eater mode, guys. This is just a big hit. I mean, I don't really like the Black Ops 3 Eater mode. It's not as good as the Modern Warfare 3 one. But anyways, there is 8-player co-op, as some people say. Except I think they are bringing it just by some clues. I might pop it up in the video if I can, but maybe. There are 4v4 zombies, and then 8-player co-op zombies. These new maps, they're huge. If you guys haven't seen the trailer, they showed a picture of one of the maps and them making it, and it's just so big, and I just can't wait for it. And maybe you may be able to steal points like in 4v4 zombies. If you kill an enemy on the other four-player team, then you can pick up their points that they dropped. Maybe they only dropped 50 points per kill. Maybe if you kill them with a stronger weapon, then you should maybe be able to pick up their points. And I will talk about that stronger weapon kind of thing here in a minute. And there is a zombies campaign mode, like I already said. JFK and Ronald Nixon return. And one of the other wager matches in zombies is maybe it's kind of like an infected mode, like in MW3. Maybe, like, if you get down, then you turn into a zombie and you have to go against the other player. And that's just something that's kind of cool to think about. Okay, let's talk about the create a class system. Every create a class item is worth a certain amount of points. You can use those points to unlock anything in your create a class menus. There is a maximum amount of credits or points you can have in one class, but I feel like there will be some kind of catch or restriction to that. I don't know what I'm kind of thinking about here, but maybe, just maybe. And then, if you do use 2 primary weapons, sort of overkill for Black Ops 2, you get no equipment and 1 perk. But it does depend on what perk you have by the amount of points of the perk and the amount of points of your weapon. I'm just guessing the stronger, more big weapons will cost more points, such as the primary weapons. And it's kind of like there's more customization options. Classes have a point system, and primary is, like I said, probably going to be the highest, which limits you to what perks you have and what you have and how many you have. Same goes for equipment, so a bigger gun will probably mean less equipment / perks. And yes, that is basically it that they've all leaked right now. So I will kind of catch up to you guys on that. And every time they leak more information, just come to me and I will have the video up. Thank you guys for watching. I know this has been long. I tried to make it as short as I can. But anyway, thank you guys for watching. This is TheLogicGaming signing off.